What up, peeps? Welcome back to the flip side. It's currently raining right now, so if you hear any extra background noise, that's what it is. Mega Man 7 review. But first, like always, we got a cutscene. Gotta love that Capcom jingle, though. Are you fucking kidding me? We get an ad during the intro. You have to be fucking stupid. You've got to be shitting me. Well, whatever. Okay, Mega Man 7. This is where we stopped creating games on the NES and we moved up to the big leagues, the Super Nintendo. And what came before this was Mega Man X, and the X series started. And so they said, you know what? Now that we have the Super Nintendo, let's make Mega Man 7. And so, on a playthrough, right before this video, I actually have changed my mind about a lot of things. The last time I played this game was a long time ago, and I didn't enjoy it as much. I guess I needed a replay to kind of change my perspective, I suppose. Now, the thing you automatically notice is that the visuals are much better. There's more dialogue. We have more of a story going on. And we have a new character here. His name is Otto. He kind of runs the shop, and I don't know what else he does. He drives a car, at least. And before we even get to the Robot Master stages, we have an intro stage, just like the first Mega Man X game. Let me know, guys, if you want me to play the Mega Man X games, because I just got a Nintendo eShop gift card for Christmas, and I got the money for the first collection, at least. So, and Otto is not the only new character in here, as you see in a second once we get past the intro stage. And there's a little mini boss before we get to the newest character and the coolest character so far, Bass. This is like Dr. Wily's anti-Mega Man. Man, Nintendo really has a thing for doppelgangers. I mean, Mario has Wario, Samus has Dark Samus, and she also had the X-Parasite version of Samus. And Link had Dark Link, Sonic has Shadow, it just goes on and on. But, and Bass even has a cool little dog. His name is Treble, because all of these characters have to have names based off music. I don't know why. But anyway, so let's get to the review here. Alright, we just went past some basics. The Robot Masters in this game, I'm not in love with. I mean, who is this guy? Burst Man. Burst Man, he just shoots, all he does is hop around and shoot bubbles with bombs in them. I don't get it. And then Spring Man, his limbs are springs, and Junk Man, he's just made out of junk. And then Freeze Man, he's okay, but, and then we got Cloud Man. I mean, whatever. Everybody else I like. Slash Man, Turbo Man, who is my favorite. He's a literal transformer. He turns into a car. Turns into a race car. And then that's really all I like. Besides Shade Man too. Shade Man's cool. He's got wings. He flies around. He basically just takes you up into the ceiling and sucks your blood, except you're not made of blood, you're made of electricity, so I don't understand that at all. And then, yeah. So, let's get to the stages. Now, I'm not totally in love with the stages, but I do have to give it props where it deserves, okay? The visuals are very nice. There is a lot going on, as you can see. There's stage elements in all of the different Robot Master stages. You have different paths to go on, different items that you can collect, and I'll get to that in a second. There's different sub-bosses, and there's stages in between the other half of the Robot Masters that show up. And there's just a lot of cool elements implemented into the stages. Now, one gripe that I do have with the stages is that since the screen is kind of crunched. Are you serious? We just had an ad. We just had an ad, and they're gonna give me another one. This is fantastic. Thanks, YouTube. But since the screen is crunched for these new graphics, there comes a time when it feels like I have to do a long jump and not just a regular jump. And then it also feels like I need to see more ahead of me. There are times when, I die because I can't see the screen because it's crunched. And then there's times where enemies just come out of nowhere because I can't see. The screen is crunched. So it almost takes away from the enjoyment of the game, but not too much. I still like the stages. I still like them. I'm not in love with them like I am with Mega Man 6 and Mega Man World 5, but there's enough to appreciate where it doesn't take away from the enjoyment. I still like them. So, throughout the stages, there are these collectibles, and they spell out Rush. And remember how in Mega Man 6 you have the adapters, you have the jet adapter and you have the power adapter? Well, Mega Man 7 combined those, and you combine with Rush to have a jet and some jet fists. And they're pretty good. They almost carry you through the game. And I will get to that in a second. I'm not totally loving the music. I feel like the soundtrack hits too many high notes, and it's like I really want to get behind what I'm hearing, but some of the stage themes are just a little slow, and I don't like all those. Oh, this fucker just died. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. What you have to do for this boss is just hold down the auto fire. You just have to keep spamming him. You just have to keep spamming them. You gotta go in those bubbles, you gotta fire your way out of those, and you just gotta keep spamming them. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. I can kill this guy, no damage. So I'm the expert here, I guess. But anyway, yeah, the soundtrack for this game is mid. I know a lot of people like it, but it's overrated. It's overrated. And now I think we'll get to the weapons. Now, the weapons... Oh, before we get to the weapons, let's get to the Dr. Wily stages. Now, what I like about the Dr. Wily stages... See, this guy almost died because he sucks at this fight. Now, the Dr. Wily fight stages are... they are abysmal. They're just aggravating to get through. Every worst part about every stage is in the Wily stages. And it just sucks. And everyone's like, what about Wily Stage 1? Overrated, shut the hell up. And the biggest, most aggravating issue with the Wily stages is that you almost have to have the rush adapter. You have to go out of your way to collect all of the rush letters to get the rush adapter so that you can make it through the Wily stages with a bearable experience. Let's get to Bass again. Now, Bass, you have to fight him at least 3 times in this game. Now, if you don't have the jet adapter, the fight is almost impossible. His weakness without the jet adapter is Freeze Man's weapon, and it does a measly 2 ticks. 2 ticks of health. And that's another thing. The boss fights in this game are difficult. The creator of this game did say that he wanted Mega Man 7 to be a difficult game, but gee whiz, he didn't have to make it like that difficult. I mean, I wasn't dying over and over, but I was dying several times. Okay? And if you don't want to get through all of the hard boss battles, you can use the Robot Master weaknesses, but then it stun locks them into doing the same measly pattern over and over again, and that's not fun at all. I like to have a boss fight, but I also don't like it to be super difficult, and I also don't like to lame people out with anything. That just makes it not fun. I'm sorry. For those of you who like Mega Man 7, I think you might want to turn this video off, because it's not peak. It's not peak. I don't care. Alright? I don't care. And the final Wily Capsule fight, it's infamous. It is infamous for being one of the hardest final bosses in classic gaming. At least for the SNES. And it's probably top 5 hardest bosses in all of Mega Man history. Alright? You do so much damage, and your weapon that you need for the weakness does not do nearly enough damage for you to get this boss fight done in a short amount of time. You have to have so many amount of E-tanks. You have to have at least a couple, or maybe not a couple, but at least one weapon energy tank. Just a few hits you can die. Like, I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not sugarcoating it. Alright, let's move on. The Robot Master weapons. The weapons that you're going to use throughout this game. You know what? They're actually good. They're actually good. Freeze Man's weapon, the Freeze Cracker. You can shoot it in multiple directions, and you can change the weather in Cloud Man stage. When you hit this little robot, you can change the weather from rain to snow. You can freeze lava. You can freeze fire. Yeah, it's pretty good. Burst Man's weapon, the Danger Wrap. It fires upwards and you can encapsulate enemies in a bubble, and then the bomb goes off and they die. It's really not good at all. I never have to use it ever. And here's Proto Man, look at that. He makes an appearance, and he gives you a little hint about what to do with one of your weapons in one of the stages. So, and then Junkman's weapon, the Junk Shield, is actually pretty good. It's like one of the best shield weapons in the series. It's durable, it does a lot of damage, and you can fire it in multiple directions. The the weapon for Cloudman, I forgot the name of it. It's probably the best weapon in the game. Not only does it do good damage to enemies, but it can also power up some machines throughout the stages. And if you fire it at Turbo Man, he'll actually power up and he'll become harder. So, and then Slash Man's weapon. It's a melee weapon. It does good damage, but it's got its uses here and there, you know. It is especially useful in Shade Man's stage. And then you have Spring Man's weapon, which it's really nothing special. Its only use is against Shade Man and Dr. Wily. And then Turbo Man's weapon, the Flame Wheel. It's basically it looks like a shield, but it spins like a wheel, and you fire it at enemies. You can actually burn down the forest in Shade Man stage, and it leads up to a path to where you can unlock Beat the Bird. And Beat the Bird, if you purchase him enough in the shop, he'll save you from the pit. When you fall into a pit, he'll carry you back up onto the stage, which I had to rely on Beat a couple times because of the jump bull crap in this game. And then I think, oh yeah, Shade Man's weapon. You have to, it's a sound wave. You have to bounce it up against the wall, and it has to hit you for it to become fully charged, and then you can fire it at enemies. It's pretty good. I like it. Although there's other weapons which I would prefer to use. Shade Man's weapon is just too difficult to use, and there has to be a wall somewhere. So, now that we're past that... Oh my god, give me a break here. No. No. Go away from me. Alright. A couple more things I want to talk about here is... first, I want to show you how cool bass is. We all love bass, right? It doesn't get any better than here. Well, you gotta fight him. And he charges up. He combines with treble. And you're having a rush adapter fight here. You're both flying around, shooting fists at each other. It's really cool. This fight, you have to have the jet adapter, or else it's almost impossible. But yeah, it's difficult. It's still difficult. And so yeah, you beat him, and then you move on to the final boss of this game. Let me show you just how hard it is. All right. I don't understand why he's using the freeze cracker. But look at the E-tanks you need to have. Okay, so he's using the wild coil now that he's figured it out. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Back to the freeze cracker. I don't understand. Alright, I don't want to show the entire thing, but one thing I do want to point out, these red ones are fire. They will do like 5 ticks of damage to you. The as you can see, the blue ones freeze you, and so that lets Dr. Wily shoot down his electricity and do even more high damage attacks. So you really only want to get hit by the yellow ones, which are just electricity. It's just one hit, and it gives you invincibility for a second after you get hit. So after you defeat him, the one last thing I want to show you is when you defeat Dr. Wily. Yeah, come on. Look at that. He got hit with the fire one, and he got hit with a bunch of ticks of damage. So, let's move on from here. I'm just going to let this play out. I can't believe Nintendo would have Mega Man say die Wily. That's crazy, because Mega Man's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's like Batman. He doesn't kill. So to think that he would kill really took the fans off guard here. But guess he shouldn't have hesitated, because now Wily has escaped again. He who hesitates is lost. We shall return. And he does return in Mega Man 8. Can't fucking wait to play that game. And so, that brings it into Mega Man 7. And then we get this killer credits sequence with this badass... Are you effing serious right now? Do not tell me to get YouTube Premium, because I'm not giving YouTube a single dollar. And so, look at Mega Man's face. That explosion was humongous. Look at Mega Man's face. He's pissed. He's so pissed off that he had to go fight Dr. Wily in Mega Man 6, bring him to jail, and then 6 months later, he's out of jail and back at his shenanigans. He has to do the cycle over and over and over again, knowing that Dr. Wily is probably going to get away once again. The cycle just continues. And so we get to see all of the Robot Masters, but I just want to get to the tier list. So, alright, so I'm re-recording this segment because when I got to the tier list, I was just all over the place. So this is future Flipside here to kind of redo my tier list section, and I'm going to put Mega Man 7 in A tier. Alright, it's just not as good as Mega Man World 5 or 6. It's fun to look at, and it's fun to play, but everything else about it is just not good enough. Alright, first of all, Mega Man 5 and Mega Man 6, story-wise, brought so much more to the lore that Mega Man 7 just didn't. Oh, we have Bass. And we have Otto. So 2 new characters, that's cool, but in Mega Man World 5, we're introduced to a whole new space robot civilization that is unexplained. It leaves a lot up to the player, and then in Mega Man 6 we have the World Robot Fighting Tournament. So that tells us that Dr. Wily and Dr. Light are not the only people creating Robot Masters. Are there other mad scientists trying to take over the world? Are there other Dr. Light type scientists that have made Mega Man type robots. I mean, the possibilities are endless here. And Mega Man 7, it does have a cohesive story. Like, Dr. Wily breaks out of jail and we have to go stop him again. Here's 2 new characters. Here's dialogue and some more cutscenes and things like that. But the music is not as good. The stages are not as good. Alright, Mega Man World 5 already has alternate pathways and collectibles. And Mega Man 6 just does that too, except with less collectibles. And Mega Man 7, it is fun to look at, but Mega Man 6 also has kick-ass freaking pixel art. And just the backgrounds of Mega Man 6 were amazing. And I will say that the weapons in Mega Man 7 are on par with Mega Man 6. But gameplay-wise and stages-wise, it just doesn't have enough to it. Once you get to the Dr. Wily Castle stages, it just gets aggravating. It's much, much, much less enjoyable if you don't have the Rush adapter. And, of course, the bosses are still hard, and I already went over the Dr. Wily capsule fight. So that's really about it. Alright? It's got flashy graphics and a lot of dialogue and cutscenes, but that's really about it. That's it. So that is why it is in Mega Man I'm sorry, that is why it is in A tier. Alright? Mega Man 8, I don't know if I'm looking forward to it, but I'm certainly going to play it. And with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time back on the flip side, hopefully without having future flip side me to come in here and re-record this segment. So, see you guys next time back on the flip side. Peace out.